Hey everyone, welcome to another Anime Kingdom discussion and review. This one is on episode 12 of Absolute Duel, and this is, of course, the last episode in the entire of the season. Um, there, from the ending, there could be another season, I guess, but let's not get ahead. First off, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be talking about the episode first, and then after how I felt about the entire series overall. So this episode was pretty good. It had, of course, Kay coming out with that new armor, Destruction, I think it's called, and takes out Lilith and Toda instantly. So this armor is super strong. I can see why it's called Destruction, because it's like got, of course, like laser blades and laser guns kind of thing, and he's destroying the entire campus, like literally everything, and even almost like they had what's it called, Toru and Julia had no way of stopping it. He was blasting it at the dorms, and everyone was gonna die, of course, until of course their sensei Tsukimi did end up saving which is surprising kind of thing. You know, you wouldn't think she would be that do the kind of thing, and everyone's like cheering for her. But the whole big thing was pretty much the fight, and we find out that Kay, the whole reason he doesn't like that kind of thing, you know how Toru's always like, I'll protect her and all that kind of stuff, no matter what kind of thing, all that kind of stuff, is because he had a big brother, and his big brother had died. He pretty much was like kind of just like Toru and ended up dying, and he ends like they later on tell us about it. He ended up, being brought into that the old man's company, and obviously even stripped of his name and everything. That's why he's like that, pretty much. And this episode really emphasized, duel with, you know, Julia, and Toru trying to fight, and they're he ends up Toru ends up, his greatest weakness is trying to protect everyone, and I saw that coming when he did a couple blasts at Julia, and he Toru uses his shield on her, and then all of a sudden he gets stabbed in the stomach, and then of course sorry Julia gets enraged. That power comes back, and she's pretty much beating up, Kay the whole time, and he's losing, even with that super strong armor. And we get to the point where, of course, she's enraged. She's like raged. She doesn't know what's going on, and she's just blind rage. And she goes, Toru stops her, but of course he goes, the same thing like last time, with her pretty much hurting him, until finally she does snap out of it. And we do get to know, like, I've been wondering what the heck is that power, and the thing is, she's kind of different from like everyone else. Like later on, they talk about it, and she is like, unlike most people, they get their she's an L awake. Sorry, I had to look it real quick because I forgot exactly what they called, but it's that's how you unlock your power. It's like deep within your soul, of course. You unlock your power, and that's how you get your blaze. While exceeds are different in the fact that it's like artificially they unlock it for you, and that's why she's different, and that's why she has her powers, like pretty much comes out from her enraged, kind of her emotions kind of thing, and all that kind of stuff. And she's been hiding it all along because she thought, of course, Toru would, not like her anymore, would look at her different. But of course, in the end, there is, them kind of like their moment together, and all that kind of stuff. But in the end, they do end up beating Kay through, like, I guess like the power of being, the duel, using both their powers together to end up beating him in the end. And we have like a little bit of everyone, like Miyabi apologizing and feeling, like she can get stronger now with Tomoe, and Tomoe with her, and all that kind of stuff. Lilith makes her appearance and all that kind of stuff. That's why with the K thing. Um, and we of course see Sakuya ends up, like, this is still all part of her plan, to make, find the absolute duel. That was the whole point of this whole, show, of course, absolute duel. And in the end, of course, it's kind of like they do their vows again, like in a marriage, but instead they do their vows again as duel, Toru and Julia. And that was pretty much the end of the entire episode. And overall, the episode, it was pretty interesting. The battle was definitely more extended and a little bit more put into it with Julia fighting, but in the end it was just Toru and Julia, like the power of a duel together we'll beat off pretty much. He even says like he can't beat Kei alone kind of thing. And overall, I gotta say the whole series overall was okay. It could have been a lot better to be honest, but it did like the romance in it was just a classic harem kind of thing. In the end, we don't even get to see like any maybe he's gonna go for her or her or her, because we still see, yeah, of course it seems like maybe a little bit more for Julia, but it's not really the love kind of thing like that. It's kind of more of like a bond, a dual bond with, and then of course Miyabi was pushed aside pretty much, but I don't know, her and Tomoe kind of thing, and of course the Lilith thing. So overall, the romance in it was like a little but what can you expect? It is a harem, obviously. That's how those are usually are, and overall, like it was kind of a sap, like a generic, oh, duel us together, we can be able to beat something that we shouldn't kind of normally, and like it was good, but I don't know. The story was a little even the ending was just like, what the heck? There could be more, I guess. Maybe they'll make another season. But overall the story was okay. Could have emphasized more on the story of Absolute Duel and everything, but it was more, of course, on the aspect of being a harem, which I do like harems as well. I'm not saying anything bad about harems, but yeah, like I would have wanted to see more in depth about the story about Absolute Duel, because in the end we don't even know. It doesn't even end up seeing what Absolute Duel fully is yet, which maybe that is because they want to do a second season. Who knows? But overall, I did enjoy the season. I did enjoy the episodes. I did enjoy the little bit of romance it has with everyone, the harem kind of aspect, and of course, the fan service was pretty good in a lot of the episodes. Um, the story was like, I liked the aspect of it, of Absolute Duel, but in the end, it didn't. I thought they could have done a lot better with the story, to be honest. And yeah, that's all I got to say about the whole season overall. Um, I still think if you like harems, you like this kind of storyline, then it's still a good thing to watch. If I were to recommend it with someone, but I wouldn't outright say, dude, you should definitely watch this anime, man. It is like the best. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's all I gotta say about this. So I hope you guys enjoyed this Anime Kingdom discussion and review. Um, if there's any questions you have, comment below. If there's anything I missed you want to talk about, comment below. Or you just want to talk about like what you thought about the episode and what you thought about the whole season, we can talk about that as well. And until next time, guys, see ya.